Hello, this is Janet Michael. In addition to hosting The Valley Today each weekday at noon on the River 95.3, I also produce podcasts, and I'm excited to introduce you to a new podcast series in partnership with Lord Fairfax Community College. Having provided higher education and career training for the past half-century, LFCC is tightly interwoven into the fabric of the Northern Shenandoah Valley and Piedmont regions. Join me every week for conversations with current and former students to hear their funny and inspiring stories as we learn about their journey to higher education, the role that LFCC has played, where they are now, and where they plan to go. We'll also talk to current and former professors about their experiences and best memories of LFCC over the past 50 years. Get every single episode as they're released on our website at theriver953.com under the podcast tab, or you can subscribe for free in Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, on Spotify, Amazon Music, wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search for LFCC Stories. Hello and welcome to The Valley Today. I am your host, Janet Michael. Happy Black Friday as you are listening to the show today. We, however, are way ahead of the game and are recording our show over the Zoom screen on a Tuesday morning. So none of us on the screen have gotten yet to enjoy our wonderful turkey dinners. However, we wanted to make sure that you had information about Front Royal Kiwanis Pancake Day. So on the Zoom screen with me today, we've got Melanie Shaw. She is the current Kiwanis president in Front Royal. Along with her is club member Richard Hoover, who is also a former lieutenant governor of Kiwanis, and that's a big deal, I know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, listen to him. And Bill Powers is also on the screen with us. He is, as we found out just before we started recording, the keeper of the grill for Pancake Day. Bill also helps work with Pancake Day for all of their sponsors and things along those lines. So thank you guys for all coming together and meeting me on the Zoom screen this morning so that we can talk about Pancake Day because it is happening this year.
It is happening this year. Thank you, Janet, for having us.
So, Melanie, give me the details because I know it's going to look a little different. You know, everything looks a little different in the age of COVID. But tell me what, when, and where is Pancake Day going to look like this year?
Okay, so this is our 64th annual Pancake Day, and it will be at Warren County High School. We switched venues 4 years ago over to Warren County because we outgrew E. Wilson from doing it all those years. That is a good problem to have, I guess. And it's going to be on Saturday, December 5th. It's always the first Saturday in December. And this year, the hours are going to be 7 to 1. And it will be all drive-thru style. The tickets are $5 each. Veterans eat free, and children 3 and under are free. You can get tickets at Bill Powers Insurance Agency. You can get them at the drive-thru through Sona Bank, or you can pick them up here at my office at Phoenix Project as well. And this year it does look a little different. Like I said, we're going to do a drive-through style. So what I think this is going to look like is you're going to drive one up. Somebody's going to take your tickets or money, and then we're going to put a number on your car for how many ever meals you're purchasing. And then you'll move up the line, and then somebody's going to bring you out your pancakes and sausage. And we will also have and everybody will get the booklet like we do for our sponsors. And then we'll take the number off the car and you're on your way to having your pancakes and sausage.
And there's plenty of parking at Warren County High School, so you could just scooch into a parking place somewhere and sit and eat them while they're still hot.
You could. It's not all you can eat this year, so you can't come back for seconds. We did reduce the price down to $5. And I believe we're putting 6 pancakes in there instead of the 3 that you would normally get Pancake Day. So you're going to get double the pancakes, but certainly, and you'll have syrup and butter in your silverware, so you certainly could sit out in that parking lot and enjoy those warm pancakes or heat them up in the microwave when you get home.
Well, and in theory, you could buy multiple tickets. You could get a ticket, come through in the morning at 7:30 or 8 a.m., have your breakfast, go run your errands, do what you need to do, buy another ticket, and come back through at 11:30 or 12 o'clock for pancakes for lunch. There are ways that you can work that into all you can eat.
That's correct. I love it. Yes.
So how did you guys come up with the idea of a drive-through for Pancake Day? Because I think it's genius.
It is a great idea. I would like to take credit for it. However, I'm not that genius. And genius, but we followed Winchester's Pancake Day. There were some Kiwanians that were able to go out there 2 weeks, like 2 Saturdays ago, I think. And we were like in training to see how they did it. Now theirs is much bigger scale than ours. They have a lot more people than we do, but that's just, we had to come up with something. This is our largest money maker of the year, and this is the money that goes back into the community of Warren County and Front Royal. So we count on this fundraiser every year.
So, Bill, I'm going to use her talk about money to segue into you, because you're the sponsorship guy. You're the guy that goes around and knocks on the doors of businesses and asks them to support Kiwanis and Pancake Day. Have you seen an increase or a decrease in your support because of COVID and because of the change this year?
Well, I can say that this year we have pledges and money already collected of about $9,500, which is a little bit less than 11,000 from last year. So it's something like $1,500 less. So almost everybody that sponsored us in the past has again this year, even if they're struggling a little themselves. So that's very rewarding. And by the way, I'm not the only one going out and soliciting these sponsors. There are a number of Kiwanians doing it. So we've been pretty fortunate so far in the money that we've either collected or have pledged. So I'm always amazed how many people in our community want to support us. We have about 91 businesses so far this year. That's pretty nice to know that there are that many people that are willing to help us.
So, Bill, as the keeper of the grill, how many sausage patties do you typically fry up in a normal Kiwanis Pancake Day?
Well, the grill that's in my basement is a great big rotating grill. It's very heavy to move, but we only cook pancakes on it.
Oh, on the grill?
We can cook a lot of pancakes on that grill as it rotates around. The sausage is cooked by the school cafeteria employees in their ovens.
So, Melanie, that brings up another question. You guys partner with a lot of other people. I mean, as much as this is a Kiwanis Pancake Day event, like Bill just mentioned, you've got the school cafeteria workers helping with the sausage. There are a lot of other players that help you guys pull this event off.
There are a lot of other players. We do pay the school to use the facility and pay the janitorial and the cook that day. However, this year we do have IHOP, who is donating containers, syrup packets, butter packets, and plastic cutlery for us this year. And so we're really excited about that, because we have it cost us a little bit to purchase all those supplies and stuff like that. Plus, we don't stray away from our Gore sausage or our special pancake mix that can't really be donated. Well, I guess Gore's could donate sausage to us if they wanted.
Normally, we have a lot of high school age and younger children that help us, and I don't really know if they're helping us this year or not. Are they, Melanie?
I'm not sure. Usually the Key Club and the Builders Club and all of that, but the clubs aren't in the schools. They're not meeting this year, so I don't know. I think Mike Waters did reach out to some of the advisors, but I don't know. But normally we've had RMA in the past. We have the Key Clubs. We have the, even the K Kids. They can wrap silverware, but it'll look different. The only people allowed in the school this year are the members, because we have to be CDC compliant with COVID, and all of that. We'll be doing contact tracing, taking temperatures. We'll be doing all of that day as well.
And I think that's important to mention too, because a lot of nonprofits are taking a hit from a financial perspective, because so many people are out of work or they've been cut back in their hours and things like that, and they just don't have the money to give. But the other piece of this is that you're also hurting because you don't have access to a lot of the volunteers that you would normally have for an event like this, and it makes it more complicated to still be able to put it on.
Correct. And it has been a hurtful year for, like you said, many organizations. We couldn't do our 5K race. We turn over 100% of our profits to the Special Olympics every single year. So we weren't able to have our 5K race this year. So I don't know what that's going to look like for Special Olympics next year. So that's always, a hard thing to not be able to do fundraisers, but it's all the civic organizations. Some we've got to get a little more creative in this year and try to find some ways to do some things virtually maybe. So we don't really know what 2021 will look like, but we do have to try to be a little more creative.
Well, and I think we're all keeping our fingers crossed that it's not going to look nearly as bad as 2020 has looked for all of us. Well, we are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to continue our conversation on the Zoom screen. We are talking with Front Royal Kiwanis today. Melanie is their current president. We've got Bill Powers, who is the keeper of the grill with State Farm Insurance. He's also in charge of sponsorship for Pancake Day. And when we come back, we're going to add Richard Hoover to the list. He is also a member of the Front Royal Kiwanis Club and a former lieutenant governor of Kiwanis. We're going to find out what that means because Kiwanis is much bigger than it is just in our community in Front Royal. And we're going to do all of that in just a couple of minutes.
Do you know anyone who is struggling with financial hardships because of coronavirus? Our new webinar called Coping with the Money Crunch can help. We'll talk about immediate options to consider, revising or creating a spending plan, and lots of community resources. Then we'll cover how to narrow your priorities, contact creditors, and avoid scams and risky loans. The webinar is free, and you can either join by phone or through Zoom on a smartphone, tablet, or computer. You can find out more by visiting the Northern Shenandoah Valley Financial Education Program on Facebook or calling Karen Poff at 540-635-4549. Let me show you how to make your own plan or help someone you care about get through the crisis. Call 635-4549 or visit at NSV Financial Education on Facebook today.
Welcome back to the Valley today. I am your host, Janet Michael. Happy Friday as you are listening to the show today, Black Friday, no less. However, we have met up on the Zoom screen on a Tuesday morning so that we could give you all of the details about Front Royal Kiwanis Pancake Day. It is happening this year. It is happening on December 5th from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's going to be drive-thru style at Warren County High School. Melanie's going to give us those details again before we wrap up for how you can get your tickets. But Melanie, when we went to break, we were talking about that you had to cancel your 5K, which was typically a fundraiser for Special Olympics. Kiwanis does, the whole mission of Kiwanis is to raise money to give that money away. Tell me about the Front Royal Kiwanis Club, how it got started, and how many members you have. Just kind of give me the deets on Front Royal Kiwanis.
Okay, so we're excited for this year. This is our 75th anniversary of the Front Royal Kiwanis Club. So we're really excited. Again, our 64th Pancake Day, but our 75th anniversary. So they've been doing this since the beginning, of time. So it's pretty exciting. We did have to postpone our 75th anniversary. So we're hoping in 2021 to do 75 plus one, be creative, figure out something. Front Royal Kiwanis Club established in 1945. So here we are in 2020 with 75 years. I think currently right now, I'm not sure if I have this number right, I think we are down to 24, 25 members. And Kiwanis is a global organization, and it's a global organization of volunteers dedicated to changing the world one child and one community at a time. So that's why we work a lot with the children in the schools, the clubs, all these other organizations in the community, the scholarships, and all that stuff that the Kiwanis Club does. We meet every Wednesday, but right now we're meeting via Zoom. So anybody, can reach out to us, and if they want to join and find out about Kiwanis, I will say right now membership is free. So you could join this year for free if you wanted to check us out without paying for the dues for right now. So that is an extra good thing right now. We would love to have more members. We're always looking to grow our club, to diversify. Just to be able to do more in the community. More hands and mean more service hours.
And it's funny, Melanie, you and I were talking before we started recording about my new puppies, and that they started off as fosters and quickly became my husband. I am not a foster failure. My husband is a foster failure. I always like to point that out. But I will warn people that Kiwanis is going to be very much the same way, because if you come in right now while you don't have to pay dues, once you're in, You are going to have so much fun, and it is going to be so heartwarming when you see the impact that you can make. I think you're going to have a lot of member fails that end up being member goods.
Right, right. And it's a good feeling. I've been a Kiwanis member for 13 years now, and I don't know, I'm going to spit out a figure. We've probably raised a couple 100,000 and put back into the community over the years since that I've been a Kiwanis member. So that, to me, that's pretty exciting to be able to do that part, to play that part in the community as a club.
So, Richard, we talked about Kiwanis being a global organization, and you are a former lieutenant governor. Talk to me a little bit about the structure of Kiwanis overall.
We were founded in Detroit in 1915, and a year later, Hamilton, Ontario, close by, decided to join. And they had a common meeting that year, and they couldn't agree on whether to become a service club or a club for businessmen. And the meeting broke out into a big fist fight. So we had a stormy beginning, confined pretty well to the States and to Canada until, in the 1960s, we became a full-blown international organization, so that today we have clubs in over 90 different countries.
I mentioned that you were a former lieutenant governor. There's a leadership structure. All of the clubs are represented locally, and then it goes to a state level, and then it goes to a national and international level. It is
That's
really
right.
a big deal.
States are all divided up into districts. We are in the capital district, and we are also in that district. We belong, I believe it's the 8th division, and that includes the 3 Winchester clubs, Strasbourg, and Front Royal. And we often, we go and see one another. We have visiting socials and all that kind of stuff.
Inner
So
clubs. I remember the phrase inner clubs from my Kiwanis days.
Exactly. Oh, come back, Janet, come back. Then, we are a happy group of, what are we? We're moms, dads, veterans, professionals, educators, public servants, and retirees. I like to think that one of our great late distinguished members was Walter Duncan.
I love Walter Duncan.
Yeah, he was a great Kiwanian, and I can still see him every pancake day. His responsibility was manning the coffee maker, and boy, he knew how to do it.
That's probably why I loved Walter so much.
Yeah, that's right. He gave you coffee. Absolutely.
So, Richard, how long have you been a Kiwanian?
I retired in '95 and joined the club. Doc Zunka recruited me, and I joined in '96.
And that's another thing, like Melanie was saying, as a 13-year member, this is a club that when you join, you typically stay. And that speaks again to the great work that you do, the fun that you have with the people that are in your club. It's just not something that you want to leave.
Absolutely.
We've got to wrap up in a second or two. Can you give me a quick rundown again of Pancake Day? When is it? Where is it? And how can people get tickets?
Okay, Pancake Day is coming up. Saturday, December 5th. From 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Warren County High School. Tickets are $5 each. Kids under 3 are free, and of course our vets are free. You can get tickets at Bill Powers State Farm Agency. You can get them at the drive-thru through Sona Bank, and you can get them at my office here at Phoenix Project on South Rural Avenue. Well, we have to take cash that day as well. You'll drive on up. Well, you'll have a number on your cars, and then someone will bring you your breakfast, and they'll take the number off, and away you go.
So do I have to get tickets, or can I just show up that morning and give somebody my $5 in the drive line?
You can show up and give cash, no problem at all. Of course, we like pre-sale tickets, so we kind of know what to look for, but we're not going to turn away anybody that has cash.
Well, yeah, because that would be silly.
Right.
So if people want to get more information, Melanie, about Pancake Day or about meeting you on the Zoom screen one Wednesday for a meeting, does Front Royal Kiwanis have a website? Do you guys have a Facebook page? How can people get in touch with you?
I would say probably the best bet would probably send us a message on our Facebook page. I think that's monitored more than anything.
And do they just search Front Royal Kiwanis Club to find you?
Yes.
Well, I am excited that you guys have figured out a way to make Pancake Day happen this year. And I love that it's, you said it's always the first Saturday of the month. So it's December 5th this year. It's also always the same day as the Christmas parade,
Correct.
which they have also figured out how to make work this year. It's going to have a different route, but Front Royal Christmas Parade is also still going on this year. So
That's
we
awesome.
are resilient community, I think.
That's right. Exactly. And Janet, once again, we thank you so much for having us on today. And we wanted to just say a huge thank you to our sponsors, because this really would not be possible without the help of our community.
So when you're going through the line at Pancake Day and you get that pamphlet, pay close attention to who those businesses are. Everybody's hurting right now, and sometimes it's difficult to be able to give your money to everybody, but think about the businesses in our community that are supporting our community, and pay close attention to those businesses that support Pancake Day, because that then allows Kiwanis to support a dozen other community organizations. So thank you guys. I do appreciate your time for meeting me on the Zoom screen today.
Thank you, Janet.
Thank you, Janet.
I hope you get out and have a great weekend. I will meet you back on the Zoom screen Monday. I believe I am speaking with Karen Poff from the Warren County Extension Office. She has a new financial management program that I think that we're going to be talking about. So meet me back here on Monday, just a few minutes after noon.